Hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Grandmaster Ella.
Hello, hello, dear Hajar. Hello, hello to everyone who watch us.
Welcome to Phiremoval Yard.
Yes, we are lucky again to start our live streams this year, and now is our introduction video.
Dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Phiremoval Live Session. This is interactive and real talk show for everyone who works with beauty, tattoos and permanent makeup. If you have any questions, doubts or interesting stories, feel free to discuss with us in live. Phi removal is the safest way to remove a tattoo pigment from your skin. Join our community. Become a member of the world's largest Phi Academy because this is one of the best and fastest ways for high professionalism and success. If you know how to inject ink into the skin, you should know how to take it off. Don't miss this opportunity to learn how to remove a tattoo and permanent makeup. And most important, thank you for participating. It's our pleasure to share our knowledge. Phi removal is a beauty through a health.
So let's start to speak about everything what we like to say for our dear colleagues and all attenders in our live stream. Dear Hajar, how are you today?
I am very, very fine. So far, so good.
So as I listened, you have also winter in your country, right?
Yeah, we have winter and the weather is getting very, very cold. And this is unusual for this month. Usually we should have had this weather in December, but it's getting late. And Grandmaster Ella, I hate winter and I'm freezing. Even though you have the heating, but still it's uncomfortable for me, and I get a lot of allergy, and I'm getting fed up of the winter. Really.
I'm so sorry, dear, but actually what we can do, we cannot change. And we in Lithuania, we have a beautiful winter, but this day, during all this night was snowing and snowing and snowing. At the moment we have 40 centimeters of snow, you can imagine. And when I was driving to the studio, to make this live stream, I thought, oh my God, did I reach my goal or not? So I would like, to show a little bit some beautiful pictures about winter's Lithuania, because as you know, I am a fan of my country and I always post some very special posts about beautiful Lithuania, because many colleagues, they sometimes ask, where are you living, what country and how are you today? So let's just watch beautiful slideshow.
Yes, I love the snow. But I hate cold.
Yes, we have some still Christmas decorations on some buildings. Actually, now it's evening, we have beautiful view from different mountains in Lithuania and the capital Vilnius.
Wow. It's like fairy tale images.
Yes, it's beautiful winter now in Lithuania, actually.
Oh my God.
So our city has, a lot of hills, and we have beautiful views from different sides of, the city. And how does it look during day? A lot of snow. Yes, people are going, for work, but again, we need to keep even distance. If you are on this beautiful places, we need to wear masks, of course, what we can change. But anyway, we enjoy nature. And so I just want to say to everyone who now again has lockdown in their countries, they cannot work, just try to be in the nature, because it's like a therapy for everyone, and you will be, you know, more happy and more harmony you will have inside. So we can back and back, you know, to our topics. And I think so. Let's start what we will prepare this year for our all attenders of our live streams.
Yeah, it will be very entertaining at the same time. It will be very interesting and rich with information. And we will have very special guests who has a big knowledge about skin, about removal, about the PMU industry. Grandmaster Ella is scheduling very wonderful international PMU and removal famous masters and doctors also, right?
Yes, we will invite experts to speak, you know, and they will prepare for us very special topics. So I have now at the moment, you know, in connection with 3 or 4 persons, they are preparing some presentations. And our next live stream will be with very interesting and very professional person which works in the academy is Lazar Grahovic, because he is expert for laser removal. And as you know, we had so many questions about where is different between fee removal and laser, when to use laser, when to use fee removal. So that's why next time we will prepare for you a lot of answers to your questions, and you have still time for us to write, briefly, what do you like to ask us for a next live stream. Actually, we like also to invite some beginners in this field, because some beginners, we are so talented that it's impossible not to see them in our all communities with their works. And so they will also will share history and stories, how they become fee removal artists and why they studied, fee removal. And actually, we have really a lot of students from far away, not only from Europe or from Africa, but we have also from Australia and a lot of from Latino America. And they have also possibility to share their opinion about our technique. And I always thinking what we are missing sometimes in our live streams. And then I remember how we started, our all live streams. I sometimes laughing because at first was sometimes very bad sound. Yes. Yes. Also, sometimes it depends on very low internet connection, or sometimes on other conditions. And we try every time to improve our sessions, because, for us, it's really important to give you all the best what we can do. So this time we will have more presentations and more movies, maybe, because, it's much more informative for you. Hajar, what do you think? What we shall do still more for our attenders?
Yeah, you remind me of the day we started. It was an 8 p.m. and we decided to have that infinity sign because it was our first Phiremoval Worldwide live streaming, and we were so excited, and we had so many things to talk about, and then we decided to have it a constant fee removal. So we named it Phiremoval Yard. The more we made
Yes, made a lot of things during this time, not only live streams. We also created, a Viber group, very big Viber group, Phiremoval Worldwide group. And so here can attend a lot of people who are still interested, but we are still not artists or students of Phiremoval, because many people are just watching us, and they thinking to study or not to study. But usually, they become Phiremoval artists because everyone who works in PMU field or making microblading, of course, one nice day they notice that this procedure is just necessary, to learn and to use for your clients. And when I remember our first live streams, I also still remember many interesting attendance. Even we have, language barrier. Of course we have, because for me, English also not native language, but some is coming from Latino America, some is coming, from Asia countries. And so everyone speak one language, Phiremoval language. And when we use some just very simple words, so we can understand each other very, very well. Yeah. And I think so that we can now watch one very wonderful introduction and about all our live streams. This is beautiful, cute video, just to remember all what happens good in our live streams. Let's watch.
Wonderful memories.
So I think it was very, very good remembering, about all what happened in the past. And so we were no vacations, we were making, all these live streams each week, sometimes twice per week. And yes, and we found so beautiful conversations. Sometimes we were sometimes funny, sometimes very serious. We were crying also, and we were laughing, but we found so beautiful moments during these live streams. And always we were growing a little bit up and up, because, when you start, you sometimes don't know what is waiting, what is waiting for you. And we have, we had to learn some technical things also to control. Many, many things happened during this time. But anyway, always we were not only thanks, but we care our Phiremoval flag very stable in our hands, and we are going forward. And as you know, although we spoke about a conference in Nice in France, doesn't matter when it will happen, but anyway, we are preparing a lot of things. Today, I like also to introduce very special presentation. This is Phiremoval Future. On this presentation, of course, I worked already almost 1 year. Here will be some secrets, of course, because all secrets will be performed, during our conference. But anyway, what I want to say, here you will find many, many interesting things, and maybe you will find what to ask us, because, when you ask us, this is like special point to move us forward. And Vito, we can start now presentation, because I like to speak a little bit more about essential things.
Yeah.
And of course, dear Hajar will help me, just to control my speech, because I can say a lot of, but we need to be concentrated about our main conversation about Phiremoval.
Yes.
So your grandmaster always is very busy, and of course I always I don't stand in one place. I study a lot of about chemical peels, and how to introduce these peels to our human's body and to have beautiful results. So we need to understand that we have so many knowledge, but with all knowledge we need to connect. This needs to be something who connect us to, for example, to East medicine, to West medicine. And sometimes we need to find, the main point which can bring us to success. And for example, when we work, in the academy, we never stop in one place. So our words also, they create a lot of things, but Phiremoval is always on, ongoing to discover something else. And Phiremoval, this is not only brand. We work very hard to make Phiremoval very safety. And we have good relationship, with doctors, and doctors help us, also to discover everything what is done the best, in this field. And for example, we know that we have the main product, Phiremoval Light S, right? And are you working now with Phiremoval Light, dear Hajar?
Yes, I do.
Yes, and actually, as you notice, with this product, it's possible to work on each Fitzpatrick skin type, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but also maybe you have some, some notes for that, because Phiremoval Light, you use for a North African skin, right?
Yeah.
And so what is healing? What is healing after this procedure?
Healing, I told you before that the North African skin is a very beautiful skin, and it heals quickly. We never had scars, never whatsoever. And the result always after first session is brilliant, is very good. If we do the necessary sessions, we get better results and very, very spectacular finishing. That can lead us to have a fresh new hair strokes or microblading. So it's very good.
Yes, actually, glycolic acid, of course, is a main product, for chemical peels, which destroys pigment layer very easily. It doesn't matter how many layers of pigment you will find in the skin. But the main thing is that glycolic acid extracts pigment to the surface, so many people, they like to understand how does it work. So when you introduce Phiremoval into the skin, of course you perforate the skin and pigment layer, and you dilute this pigment which layers in the skin. But the main thing is that this substance, this Phiremoval light and pigment diluted by Phiremoval light becomes very thick substance, and skin doesn't like what is thick in the inside and always pushes to the surface. It means that Phiremoval extracts pigment to the surface, and this pigment doesn't travel in the body in lymphatic system. It is extracted to the surface. This is absolutely holistic, solution to remove unwanted pigment. Enzyme power, enzyme power also is the second product, which also can be combined together in the same procedure with Phiremoval light. But what I need to say, that this Phiremoval enzyme power is based on bacillus ferment. This is not acid, and it works absolutely different, and it's also very gentle to the skin. And what I need to say that, the interesting question I got, a few days before, this product is vegan free or not? What do you think?
This enzyme power.
Yes.
What I know that with this enzyme power we can do other treatment than doing Phiremoval.
Yes, but question is, this is vegan free or not?
No, not.
Yes, you are right. Because, this is also protein, because bacillus ferment is protein. Actually, if you're thinking like that, yes, Phiremoval is not for that. But anyway, not so many, people are sensitive for this topic, and we use enzyme power to remove iron-based pigment, and also then skin is prepared for that already. It's very easy to work on colorful tattoos. But again, we need to know our procedure indications, and indications are very, very different. Actually, in your country, tell me what is most popular removal is? Tattoo or eyebrow or what?
Eyebrows everywhere.
Just eyebrows, right?
Yeah. Mostly eyebrows.
Okay.
80% eyebrows, and the 20% is for maybe very, very rare, eyeliner. But some people now, they are doing body tattoo, the small body tattoos.
Yes, but because, for example, in South America, on Latino America, people, have climate absolutely different, so we have a lot of body tattoos, and they are colorful for sure, and they are very bright, and so sometimes, we like to remove a body tattoo for sure. But when we speak about tattoos, we know that big size tattoos to remove, yes, there is already challenger, because you can find here a lot of different kind of pigment based on different solutions. So that's why we need to know that you need to combine all these two products, and we are teaching during our live or online trainings how to work with these two products, and in combination with them. And of course, we are lucky to see some benefits, about Phiremoval, all products. For example, if with laser, it's very difficult to remove titanium dioxide, camouflage colors, so the Phiremoval is absolutely possible, and it goes, away in 1 or 2 sessions. I'm right?
Yeah, but titanium dioxide is never, ever possible to remove it with laser. So the best is is Phiremoval.
Yes, you are right, exactly. And we will try, also to speak with our colleague in tattoo removal, Lazar Grahovic, because, it's very interesting to have, opinion about this, how maybe Phi laser can do something else, like another one. So we will speak about still in the next hour live stream. But okay, yeah. We also have some problems sometimes. We get clients, they have pigment migration in face and body, and so absolutely we can say now that is possible to remove with removal procedures, and we can get very beautiful results. As I told, since now we will show for you some slideshow, how we work on special areas and on special indications. Okay. When we speak about microblading, or hair strokes technique, we need also to remember that these techniques are, our linear technique. We need to remember that they are introduced a little bit more deeper, and this color is more concentrated in this location. So, do you have a lot of microblading removals in your country?
We have a lot. People are using very poor and bad pigment that are synthetic pigment that are translucent and that make when you draw a stroke, it migrates, and the pigment is very fluidish. That you get this tartrazan pigment under the skin, and 60% maybe 60%.
Oh, it's very big, amount.
It's very big amount because of the poor pigment. They're using a cheap Chinese pigment that has the molecules are not made like the what like it should be done. This forbidden pigment they are using, even though they make the finest stroke, the pigment.
And all ingredients are in blacklist, right?
Yeah, there is carbon black plus the titanium dioxide. Some of them they are using this tartrazan, but very very bad color and very bad migration, horrible migration. So I'm facing this very very often, and voila. Very
Okay, I understood. We have in our countries in EU, we have different problematic. For example, we have bad evolution in the skin, so it means that the pigments are not stable and it turns to gray, to red and green color. And so when we have this evolution, of course, is already a little bit more difficult to remove with all existing removals. So I tried now to mix, all these products, and I got very beautiful results. And actually, I get clients, after laser removals, When you work on organic pigments with laser, green and yellow color stays in the skin, and it's absolutely impossible to remove with laser. So what we are doing in our country, we are working with non-laser removals. Okay, I really wanted to speak a little bit about Asian skin. We spoke with doctors, that if you learn how to work and to perform procedures on Asian skin, you are more professional like others. You know why? Because Asian skin is really very special skin. Asian skin is really prone to have scars. And, if you are doing some interventional procedures, of course, this skin is prone to have hyperpigmentation. So when you work on this kind of a skin, you need to pay attention to everything, to skin condition, also, medications your client use. Even, of course, we work on European skin, we pay attention, but for Asian skin, it becomes very, very important. And that's why, in every country, we have more and more Asian people. So I get in my country also clients with Fitzpatrick number 4, it means Asian skin. And I do removals on the skin also too. And what more we need to speak about customer care concept. Then we have our clients, we need to prepare them for this procedure. So actually our students, always write for us a lot of messages, that sometimes our clients, they don't know what kind of procedure they are doing, And after that, we maybe are surprising, that we have sometimes, little bit more thicker scalp, maybe little bit small swelling because skin, always catches everything to the surface. And this detailed consultation, it's necessary. And client needs to see some examples. So I want to ask you, Hajar, how you prepare your clients? Tell me your experience.
Actually, the climate in my country is very good for. It is already an aftercare for us here. We have no problem whatsoever. Before procedure, there's nothing. We do the test before couple of days. To see if there is any infection, because sometimes clients, they don't know if they have allergy. They are not really keen to know about their allergies. So I make a small test before doing the procedure. And then as aftercare, it's very easy. There is the routine not to touch water for the first 40 hours. This is my aftercare. Huh?
Yes.
Not to use water before after 48 hours after the procedure. And then I give them the cream that we use to heal for 2 days, and that's it. Some of them, they just do dry healing because they have oily skin. Here, not all the people, but mostly have oily skin.
Sure, I agree with you that here can be two kinds of aftercare, for sure.
Yeah, so there is no problem whatsoever, Ella. After
okay, I also, want to ask maybe also, but you, of course, you are very professional. So you use consent form with your client?
Consent form?
Yep.
Not always, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. It's enough sometimes to have questionnaire, right? And just to ask everything and to, yeah. But
I do this like once in the blue moon, because here in Tunisia, just a few people, few who does this. Questionnaire. For me, I just ask them just like that, because most of the clients, when they come here to visit my studio, already they are ready to come. They are already ready to come to me, and they know if they have any problem, they tell me in advance. And now, and from 2017, I've been doing this procedure. I have never had any problems or any side effect from the removal whatsoever. And I'm very, very, very happy, and my clients are the same.
Okay, so but I need to note that, for example, we are living, for example, in European countries, and in special in this country, is very important always to sign, you know, that you read and you agree that you don't use this and this medication, because some medications, they can cause very problematic, you know, healing. And anyway, you know, they need to sign and to prove that they don't have some special diseases, and everything is in this questionnaire. So I like to teach my students always, you know, to have this and to sign, and to avoid after that some, you know, very unpleasant situations with the clients. Even they are working very safety, but you know, you can make 100 procedures very successful, but maybe 101st procedure will be, you know, with some complications. That's why we need to be sure, and also your client needs to sign that he is ready for this procedure. I'm so sorry that I interrupted you, but you know, yeah, in some countries it's very, very strict about that.
Yeah, you know, in North Africa, it is not strict at all. But as I mentioned earlier, I told you that I asked my client if she is suffering from anything. If I find something suspicious, I do not give the treatment.
Sure.
I ask her also if she's under medication. I tell her to come back after 2 weeks. It is like this here, and in any North African country, it's the same.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit why we have so many students, you know, in many countries, because, you know, at first, you know, so many people, they need this procedure. And actually, I get so many questions from different countries. They are clients, you know, they are writing for me, and they are always asking where I can get this procedure in my country, my city, you know, and we are looking to Phi Academy map, you know, and find closest artists or royal artists, and we are helping for them to get rid of unwanted pigment. But you know, why we are so succeed? At first, that we have, you know, two methods. If we have two products completely different, so it means that we have two methods to remove unwanted pigment, but they always two methods are under the one name, Phiremoval. Next thing is, you know, 5 new techniques, you know, which are already confirmed, and we have in the craft master. So 2 new techniques is still coming. It will be, you know, introduced during conference. And you know, I would like to ask you which technique or which, you know, product you like the most.
In Phiremoval, I like the manual technique. You know, I love manual. All my work is manual. So to me, manual technique is the best. But some skin here, because of the sun, you know, and we have very hard skin, I just go to device.
Yeah.
My main technique is manual.
That's great.
With the special needles, the 38 Magnum, manual 38 Magnum. Very special needles.
I agree with you, you know. And so now sometimes students, they ask me, do we need, you know, necessary is to buy, you know, machine or something like that? But I always tell, yes, our first removal kit is based on manual technique. So you can start with this technique, and if you will see that you still need to include something more else, you know, like machine, of course you can buy, but you can start very successful with this first #1 and best seller with removal kit, and you can continue later, you know, with machine, you know, any machine, which can needs to have, you know, a micro needling cartridge. If your machine doesn't have, you know, this micro needling cartridge, yeah, it's a little bit, you know, lack of possibilities to work successful on the skin. And we have 2 other additional kits in our Phiremoval. procedure, which is based on Simplicity Artist machine and Simplicity Master machine. So you can use both of them very successful. And they have, of course, micro needling cartridge. And if you ask me, do I like to work just with manual or just with machine? I need to tell you that it depends on the skin, on the situation we are work. And for example, for me, typical is to work on eyeliner just with manual technique, just with manual, and it works so well. But on other cases, for example, I can work on eyebrows too with machine, why not? But it depends what I see in the skin. If I see multiple layers of pigment, of course, I will work with manual technique because it's a little bit more faster. Even many students, they think, oh my God, how it can be faster because it's not machine. Yes, it can be, because if you use the staccato technique, of course, it will be much more faster than each machine, right?
Right. And something else we can do also hybrid technique, both work with both.
Sure.
Start first pass with machine when the skin is very hard, and then finish manually. When you taught me, Grandmaster Ella, 3 years ago, you taught me both techniques in the training. And I work with both technique, but the student will choose what is best, what is going to fancy more, machine or manual. To me, I like working with machine, but more best result for me when I work manually, I see beautiful, amazing result. And when I work hybrid on a very hard skin, also I get very, very beautiful results.
I agree with you. Yes, we have, if you're making a lot of procedures, then you just feel which needle to take, and which device to take, actually. Now I'm working on new craft master, and actually I explain more, about all these needles, because, many students, they sometimes, if they don't have experience how to work on the skin, they are a little bit confused. So this all explanations are coming very soon. And now I like to speak about how to remove everything to zero, because many cases we have when our clients, they like to remove unwanted pigment to zero. Actually, I always ask client, do you want just to how to say, to make softer this color and to make it faded, but maybe you like to remove to zero. So what option I need to take? So many clients, sometimes they are telling, yes, I like to make to the zero. And it depends on cases, and if you asking me, is it possible to remove? Yes, of course. And I think so that you had also a lot of cases when you removed everything to zero, right?
Yes.
And okay.
But in eyebrows in my country, they want to take like a 50 to 60% and then refresh, to powder effect or to hair strokes. It depends really. On lips, same thing. They want to fade the unwanted pigment to 70, 80% and then renew a fresh one that is iron oxide free or dioxide, carbon, and all these bad substances that are in pigment free.
Yes.
But really, not many people who comes to have to remove to zero. For me, best is to remove to zero. For me, this is what I would love to really to do as a work.
Okay. I will share with me, my experience with you, my experience, because, actually I have clients, they are coming, also to remove to zero. But if this eyebrows are carbon based and looking grayish and bluish, what happened after first or two procedures? You know, you catch pigment to the surface, and this uncute color always become very beautiful, browish. And if your client likes the shape, of course, they say, oh my God, I got again my beautiful eyebrows, and we are looking fresh, like new made, you know, and this color I already like. And so many cases we have like this, you know. And yeah, sometimes I remove, you know, few procedures I'm making, and after that I have possibility already to make new permanent makeup. That's why we have so many options in this field, and not always is necessary to remove to zero. But, you know, if someone asking, is it possible to remove? Yes, we say yes, yes, of course. Okay. Now we can talk about fresh made permanent makeup, or, you know, tattoo. So in this field, yes, we have so great opportunity to remove unwanted pigment in one session. If still skin is healing, and we can say that skin is healing till 7 days, absolutely is not right. Sometimes is healed in 3 or 5 days, you know. So this first week is the chance to remove everything what is unwanted in one procedure. And you will get, if you will get such client, of course, you will have this possibility. Do you have this experience with fresh made?
Yes, yes, many.
Many, yes. Oh, so they have, you know, like first eye, they are coming to your academy, right?
Especially for microblading, fresh microblading.
I believe, yes. With microblading, yes, it's not joke. If you are not very good, you know, in this procedure, so after that it's looking really sometimes horrible. So the first thing is not to wait till it will be healed. Just look for someone who can remove immediately as it possible, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
The same is with tattoo, exactly. So that's why we have this possibility, and we are so happy. Okay, now I like to make conclusions, you know, about our trainings and our techniques. So this method really has so many possibilities. No one else can do it, you know, and that's why our all artists, they are also lucky to use this technique. You know, but one thing is very interesting. I will tell you, it's the same in each field, you know. When you try something new, of course, you need to not only to believe, you know, you need to understand what you are doing, and you need to understand exactly skin histology. And during our training, yes, and also in Craft Master, you will find a lot of material. So everyone who likes to study Phiremoval will get also Skin Expert course for free, because they have this possibility again to learn everything about skin art. And our method is really the most creative, because each month, you know, we have, and each half year, we have also many discoveries, and we always introduce into the market. So everyone who stays with Phiremoval has possibility, you know, to grow up together, because we have this possibility to watch pictures and works in Phiremoval World community, in our Viber group, you know. So many people, they share experience for sure. And as you see, that our popularity depends how many people they work in PMO or microblading field. So I think you have also to say something for students who are still in doubts to learn Phiremoval or not to learn. Hajar?
Yeah, in our community, yeah, you know, to have the training. You are the only one who came here to do this training in Tunisia, and you have about 5 students in Tunisia.
Yes.
I mean, there are so many girls who are waiting for your visit again in my country, Grandmaster Ella.
Okay, a big pleasure. Of course, I will visit when all pandemic situation will finish. We will plan everything, you know. I know that in the springtime it will disappear and will come back again in autumn, you know, so we have time till autumn.
Ah, it will come back in autumn.
Yes, yes. Our doctors in our country, they speak, you know, that now in springtime it will disappear for just, you know, for a few months. And after that will come back again in autumn, maybe in new form.
Oh my God.
Yes.
First time I hear this, but let's cross fingers, as they say. So Phiremoval now is expanding. I mean, any training to remove pigment from the skin now is very popular and is spreading in a way with a very high demand. As I said to you, there are many students who they always ask me for your presence in teaching in Tunisia. And in my opinion, all the beautician who or PMU technician in eyebrows, eyeliner, body tattoo, they know how to inject. They need to know how to remove it, and all of them should have this training. All of them, not only for eyebrows, because it's very popular in my country to do the eyebrows removal, but I think now anybody should learn it, for lips, for body tattoo, for eyeliner, and even for scalp. If you know the bad work of scalps that I have seen so far,
yes,
one should attend, you know, the Congress in Nice to see Master Rodrigo doing his presentation, to learn and attend his course to see how. Even myself, I'm waiting to learn this technique from him, because I have seen horrible pigment on scalp. And Grandmaster Ella, until now, nobody is doing this removal. I think it is the new generation now for Phiremoval for scalp.
okay. So I listen now your opinion about this, and I think so that our Phiremoval students, they have so many options to choose their master and to learn Spanish, in Chinese, in Portuguese, and many other languages, because we have craft master in these languages. Even they can also learn, you know, in Lithuanian language. So we have so many artists, you know, and royals and masters in whole world. And you see, just in Africa, North Africa, we have 1 point. What do you think about your continent?
Oh, it's already spreading in my continent, right?
Just 1 point in your country. You see it in your continent. You know, in Africa we have just 1 point. Yes, but we don't have in Algeria. We don't have, you know. So.
Wow.
In Namibia, we don't have, you know, in many countries, we need to discover with Phiremoval.
I was the first Phiremoval artist in the whole African continent.
Yes.
When you taught me 2017. But,
so you see how many work we still need to input, you know, to have more artists and royals in your continent, not only in your country.
There is no royal at all.
I believe yes. Not. Yeah.
I am the only royal.
Yes, you are master assistant.
I am only. I've seen in the map that I am the only master assistant. There is no one.
Yes, and I hope so that in the close future you will be master in Phiremoval.
Yeah, first Phiremoval master in the whole African continent.
Exactly.
Isn't this beautiful?
So, as you see, yes, we wanted to say a lot of things. And of course, we are missing a little bit time for that and don't want to take a lot of time from you. And for next, our live stream, we will speak about fear removal and laser. These both techniques are so important if you like to remove unwanted pigment. And of course, we will have our guest, Lazar Grahovic, which also preparing for you many interesting, explanations when to use laser. And we will speak when to use fear removal and how to combine all these both techniques. And also we will speak about some problematic things and how to avoid complications and just to reach amazing result and to minimize, procedures if you like to remove pigment.
Yes, yes. There are so many people waiting for this. Really.
Believe me, yes, I get so many emails about and questions, and all forums are full of questions. So we will, we will invite to our next live stream to enjoy all this and so all these topics. And then we hope that we will answer to all your questions. You
Yes.
still have time, and please write to Hajar or to me, because we are waiting to additional questions for sure.
Yeah, because after laser removal, the clients needs many fear removal procedure in order to reach, the really wanted result.
Yes. And so we will help you to reach these results for sure. So I'd like to thank you, Hajar, and so I really a little bit hurry, in my scheduler. And so I need to leave studio. So, but anyway, I thank you to everyone who watched us and our fans.
Is your country under a curfew or no?
We have, now lockdown, absolutely.
We are in lockdown, but we've been in lockdown for a couple of days, and we have a curfew, non-stop curfew. 8 o'clock, no one is allowed to go out.
No, it's not so strictly in our country, but anyway, we are not allowed to travel from one city to another one city, so it's also the same almost,
Yeah, almost the same, yeah.
Okay, dear. Okay, dear. As I told, I need to leave the studio, and I thank you to everyone, who watch us again. And we will see us next week. I hope so that our date will be confirmed. And very quickly, we will have new flyer for new live stream. Thank you very much.
You are most welcome.
Dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Phiremoval Live Session. This is interactive and real talk show for everyone who works with beauty, tattoos and permanent makeup. If you have any questions, doubts or interesting stories, feel free to discuss with us in live. Fee removal is the safest way to remove a tattoo pigment from your skin. Join our community. Become a member of the world's largest Fee Academy because this is one of the best and fastest ways for high professionalism and success. If you know how to inject ink into the skin, you should know how to take it off. Don't miss this opportunity to learn how to remove a tattoo and makeup. And most important, thank you for participating. It's our pleasure to share our knowledge. Fee removal is a beauty through a health.
Yeah, Master Ella, thank you so much for these wonderful videos and trailers. Very interesting, and a special thanks for the memories of our StreamYard. How did you collect it? But I have a question. Do you recall how many live streaming we did since we started?
No, wasn't any time for that. I'm sorry. No.
Many we did.
Many. Yes, I have one file. Maybe one day I will count. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So see you, dear, until the next time, because I need to go. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. Okay. Bye, everyone, and we'll see you next week with Master Lazar for a laser session. StreamYard. Okay. Bye for everyone. See you soon.